Do you have the time to listen to my bow staff, baby? Hello, historical people, Order of the Blade people. Today I want to talk about staffs and staffing and how to use staffs and why you should use staffs if you would ever want to use staffs. Staves, staffs, whatever. So, I really like the bow. I really like the bow staff. This is what I basically train with. We struggle to train in combat with staffs because wood has zero flex, so a thrust from that to the wrong place could just debilitate someone. It'd be horrible. It wouldn't be very nice. And secondly, wood splinters, and that could then damage kit. It could become a sharp object and then damage kit some more, as well as whoever's underneath the kit. And also splinters, we just don't enjoy them. So we usually avoid training with wooden weapons, okay, which I think is a bit of a detriment. We could do a lot of controlled stuff with these. And also there's an interest gap. Not loads of people are particularly interested in learning how to fight with staffs. You got the spinny stuff I was just doing a minute ago. That's quite popular amongst other martial arts and stuff. So, and I just find it fun. It's a nice way to get out of the house and stay active. So, that's cool. I'm hoping soon to negate that whole staff combat thing, because I've bought some of them fucking gladiators, you will go on my first whistle type things. So we've got these, they're about bow staff size. I'm going to try them out. They're a bit flopsy, like a boffer. So I'd probably take these against other boffers. I don't know if I'd take them against like the plastic stuff. I reckon they wouldn't hold up to it, to be quite honest. And for what I paid for them, I don't want to break them too quickly. They were from Playwell Martial Arts as well. So, staffy. Why bow staffs? Why staffs so cool? How would I use one if I could use one? To be quite honest, same way I use my halberd or use a spear. It's a long weapon, so I'm going to use it as a long weapon, especially if I'm against other weapon types, like long swords or sabres or something, or sword and shield. I'm going to use my range to its maximum advantage, okay? The downside with a staff is the only way you're getting someone with this is blunt force trauma. So, like I say, the thrusts, because there's no flex in these things, even through armor now, like a thrust with this thing would, or has the potential to sting quite a bit. So thrusting with that against the hard bony parts of somebody, or the soft, like the neck and things like that, like they fucking hurt. And then as much force as I could generate with the slashes, but they're not slashes, are they? There's no blade, but with like the clubbing attacks, and I'd use it similar to a longsword. To be fair, longsword or spear, so it'd be loads of point work, and then bang. In George Silver's book, I can't remember which one. I think it's the Paradox. He talks about it, or it might be one of the other things. He says every slash is then accompanied by a thrust, and I kind of like that. So you thrust and then slash and then thrust, and that works kind of well. It works kind of well in a longsword as well, to be quite fair. But mixing it up like that, I like it. Probably wouldn't get much of this going unless we were armoured or something like that. But this is very close quarters. So if I'm attacking up here and then somebody rushes me, maybe I'll come here and then I've got some attacking options there. Cool thing about the staff with this is you can attack from both sides, like really quite simply. And then you have got this middle bit as well to jam in people's face or block, maybe. Main issue with the staff is your hands are exposed. So with any weapons where the hands are exposed, keeping your hands away from the threat is always kind of a go-to, a very beneficial thing to do. Like, you just don't want to get your hands ripped off. You can probably do some damage with this with one hand, but it's a bit more cumbersome. I wouldn't be gearing up and doing huge slaps, and I definitely wouldn't be doing little flicky cuts. I think there's a few that you could do against someone who's unarmoured, a little flick to the face would still put them out. Flicks to the hands, definitely, just to really fuck those hands up. But it would take a couple of those to get anywhere close to putting somebody out of the fight. Get one really powerful slap to the head, and probably be good, and then you could finish it up. But yeah, I'd mostly use it as a spear. Hit him with the hard bit, hit him with the hard bit, hit him with the soft bit, slap those hands, and yeah. In terms of bigger attacks, if it was staff against staff, then yes, then you'd want more leverage. We do this a lot when we're fighting with the spears. You sort of knock it like a beat attack almost, knock it out of the way, come in with a thrust, come in with a bit of a swipe at the top or something. So I probably wouldn't get into this, to be quite honest, not very often. By the time you're here, like, shit's hit the fan anyway. If someone's closed in on you when you're like that, by the time you've changed your grip, they should be probably in a space to take advantage of that. So it's a bit shit. Obviously, close quarters, staff against staff, this is dead good. But yeah, for the most part, if I'm training with the staff, I will just spin it around and play with the mechanics of it and get used to it. I found that my longsword came leaps and bounds after I started playing with the staff, because you just get used to a few more like mechanics, I suppose, twisting the arms over, things like that, and then yeah, they're a bit of fun. I'll test out the gladiator sticks and see if we can do them and train him properly, and hopefully something will come of it. But yeah, so watch this space. Obviously, if you want to hear any more nonsense from myself, like and subscribe, share the fucking video, all that good stuff. And yeah, hopefully you found something useful, and I'll see you in a bit.